Herkes kulaklığını al.
If everybody and if they're on the right channel, we can begin. We can also kick off the live broadcast. If any photo could speak, it would say, the only thing I needed was a little bit of light. I found it and I've become it. It would say, because photograph means leaving a trace through the help of light. At the same time, it means immortalizing the moment, the meaning of that moment, happiness, sadness, longing, hope, and sometimes a dream. It is sometimes wishing far afield and sometimes recording unforgettable memories into a tiny frame. And every photograph is indeed writing a story, either short or long, either colorful or black and white, either sad or happy. Today, we're happy to share the stories of refugees with disabilities, each of whom are the heroes of very special stories, and all of which are told by the creative power of the art of photography. Welcome, distinguished guests. I am Zeynep Atılgan, the communications analyst of UNFPA Türkiye, which is hosting this special event today. So there are two hosts today we do have here. One is our project partner, SGDD, ASAM, and the other one is ECHO. And I am very to moderate this very meaningful event. 1/5 of approximately 4 million refugees living in Turkey, and 3.6 million of them are Syrians, but there are many people living many different lives. And approximately 1/5 of 4 million refugees living in Turkey, according to the last UNHCR research, this is 17%, they're living with disabilities. And refugees with disabilities are amongst the most vulnerable groups in accessing rights and services, as you may guess. Many of them have difficulty in accessing information, or they do lack of sufficient information. And for this reason, we set off a journey in December 2021 in partnership with SGDD and with the support of ECHO, with the aim of increasing the awareness and access of both refugees with disabilities and caregivers regarding rights, responsibilities, and existing services. We kicked off the project named as Increasing Access of Refugees with Disabilities to Protection Services in Turkey project. Within the scope of this project, now this time, we designed this very special exhibition to draw the attention to them, to their lives, to their needs, and to what needs to be done. So we have designed this exhibition to raise their awareness. Our 10 beneficiaries with disabilities, 7 of whom have physical, 1 of whom has mental, 1 of whom has hearing, 1 of whom has visual disabilities, between the ages of 17 to 52, have received basic theoretical and practical photography training for 3 days. I would like to express my gratitude to dear Fazlı Öztürk and his precious team for their support once again. And in the end we wanted them to photograph their daily lives. So their daily lives, the challenges, the facilitators, the happy moments, their longings, their dreams. We wanted them to turn these into a photo frame. And today we'll not be just seeing those photo frames, but we'll be also reading them and listening to them. Selected 24 photos are designed in the way that you see on the walls. You see under them in 4 languages. There are the explanations of the photographers in Turkish, English, Arabic, and Farsi. And also on white papers, you can see Braille alphabet explanations. You can touch, you can see. And also, during our event, the speeches here and the videos via your headphones will be interpreted into Turkish, English, Arabic, and Farsi, and there will be also audio description. And we would like to thank our interpreter team who are assuming this important role. Without further ado, before the opening remarks, we would like to explain you visually our project, its aim, so what it is responding to. So for that reason, we'll listen to the story of Hulud. We prepared this for you. Hulud is one of our beneficiaries in our Izmir Service Center. So why do we have this project? What is the raison d'etre of this project? What it is responding to? What kind of need it is responding to? So we'll be listening and watching Hulud's story for that reason.
Me and my family, we have been here since the third month of 2019. We were very scared because of the war. Hulud was sick and we wanted to have her treated. Her illness appeared when she was young and we did not notice that. She can walk, eat, and sit up by herself. I tell her that I love her very much. I helped my mother feed Hulud. I wasn't feeling well psychologically. I was feeling alone until I went to the center. We were very relieved when we learned about the services of the center. They pick us up by transfer vehicle and take us to the hospital. They give us interpretation support at the hospital. For example, she was diagnosed thanks to them, and yet we found out that we were late. They have helped us in many ways. Hulud and her family actually had several needs, such as access to basic rights and services, access to health services, access to social assistance and psychosocial support. In this context, we directed them to the social service center so that they can access social assistance mechanisms. While waiting for the result of this process, we have provided rent support to the family for 2 months. Apart from this, Salih Bey receives psychological support. The feeling of burnout was very high due to the burden of caregiving, and we worked on this. Both Salih Bey and Meyrem Hanım told us that their daughter hadn't used any words and made any eye contact. We know that, and now Hulud is saying some words and making eye contact with her family. We are very happy to hear this. The United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA Türkiye, working to leave no one behind. With humanitarian funding from the European Union and in cooperation with the Association for Solidarity with Asylum Seekers and Migrants, ASAM, it provides specialized protection services, including information and guidance activities for access to rights and services to refugees and migrants with disabilities and their caregivers in Ankara and Izmir provinces. I learned about our rights and the rights of a child with disabilities in the center. We have learned much from the center. They taught us very good things. They admitted us as one of them, and we feel that they care about us. I feel very close to them. This video, even though I watched it many times and even though I was there during the preparation of the video, each time I watch it, I have the goosebumps. It explains our aims as the video, as the project, the EU, ASAM, UN. The aim of all of us is to create a smile on the faces of Hulud and on the faces of many more people. And for that, we need the support of you all. We have listened to one of our beneficiaries, and now we would like to listen to our project from another person. We have the Goodwill Ambassador of UNFPA, successful actress Hazal Kaya. Now we would like to show you some impressions of her through her visit to our center in Ankara.
Demezdi. Aynı zamanda keza engelli olmak için de 5 saniye sonra bir engelliye dönüşüp dönüşmeyeceğimizi bilmiyoruz. Bugün Ankara'da engelli mültecilere destek verdiğimiz bir merkezdeyiz. Bu merkezi Avrupa Birliği İnsani Yardım Kurumu fonluyor. UNFPA ve ASAM yürütüyorlar. Ağır bir hikaye yani hem mülteci olmak hem engelli olmak. Gerçekten samimi desteğe ihtiyaçları var.
Suriye'deyken her yer savaştı. Çok zor şekilde burada kalmamızı bulunduğunu istedim. Çok güzel desteklediler ve ağırladılar. O yüzden sizin huzurunuzda da onlara bir kere daha teşekkür ediyoruz. Çok mutluyuz.
Burada çok huzurlu olduklarını ve çok mutlu olduklarını gördüm. Ben çok etkilendim buradan. Bana oldu. İnsanların bu konuyla ilgili önce engellilerle, sonra mültecilerle, sonra engelli mültecilerle ilgili empati kurmalarını sağlamak zorundayız. İyi misin adam? Ben bu gördüğüm şeyden çok etkilendim. Umarım desteğe ihtiyacı olanlar burayı bir an önce keşfeder. İhtiyacı olan herkes buraya bir şekilde ulaşabilir çünkü burası çok güzel. Gerçekten.
Projemize dair yeterli fikir sahibi olduysak artık bugüne gelelim.
If we have learned enough about our project, let's focus on today's Photo Voice exhibition and let's move on to the opening remarks. First of all, I would like to invite onto the stage Deputy General Coordinator of ASAM to deliver the opening remarks. Distinguished representatives from the public authorities and organizations, Deputy Head of the EU Delegation and from DG ECHO, Türkiye Office Head, and UNFPA Deputy Representative, Assistant Representative, distinguished representatives from NGOs, from public authorities and other organizations. In the delivery of services for the refugees, we have for a very long time neglected the refugees with disabilities, but this time we have a very focused project aiming at delivering specialized services for them. The aim of our project is to enhance the access of the refugees with disabilities to further services. I'm very happy to be with you on this occasion of the opening of Photo Voice exhibition. Throughout the project, the refugees with disabilities were delivered with the photography training sessions so that they could take some photos from their perspectives and their barriers, their problems, their challenges became more visible. Now we have the reflections of their feelings, of their dreams. From their perspectives, from their perception, we have the opportunity to see all those. Therefore, we are very lucky for today. In the first quarter of 2020, we focused on the preparations and the design of the project. And for the disabled, not many specialized services were available, as we have recognized. But during the project implementation, we have realized that there are many more things that we need to learn during the implementation, and still we continue learning. The disability on its own has some subgroups. Each disability category and each person with disability have different needs. The needs are diversified, and to meet the needs, we need required services and infrastructural preparedness. And also, because of the lack of recognition of such diversified needs, we do not have integrated service models, but we are in need of those. Within the scope of protection, we also have subcomponents and different risk groups. We cover women, individuals with disabilities, young people, elderly, boys and girls. So depending on the age and gender, the needs are varying, and once we add the disability subgroups into those, we would understand how many more services we are in need of. The challenges become much more visible considering the subcategories. Our project is supported by DG ECHO, and it's being implemented in cooperation with ASAM. So, thanks to this project, we can see this reality with a closer eye. Those refugees with disabilities living in Izmir and in Ankara. To eliminate the inequalities with regards to access to services and to support them in their access to the services, we raise awareness and we build capacities under the project. In these two provinces, we have lessons learned, we have experiences accumulated and gained, and as a result, the project outputs are disseminated across Turkey to also make sure that 10,000s of disabled people may also have better access to the services. Being disabled is also an issue of human rights and justice. To make sure that they fulfill their potentials, they need to be provided with opportunities, and they have the rights to be non-discriminated. And while concluding my remarks, I would like to thank once again UNFPA Türkiye office and DG ECHO. Again, I would like to thank all the participants, all the beneficiaries, and all the representatives who have contributed to this project and to this event. Hopefully, For the Voice exhibition will pave the way for all of us to understand the refugees with disabilities better. Greetings to you all once again. Thank you so much, Mr. Kadir, for your opening remarks and meaningful speech. Now, we would like to invite onto the stage UNFPA Türkiye Assistant Representative Zeynep Başaran Kutkan. Onto the stage, ma'am. Distinguished representatives from the EU delegation to Turkey, the representatives from ASAM, DG ECHO, representatives from the public authorities and organizations, I would like to welcome you all. Our project is supported by ASAM and being implemented in cooperation with UNFPA. And under this project, we are today launching this For the Voice exhibition. Welcome. For more than 50 years, we have been working in Turkey to combat against the violence against women. We also conduct activities with regards to the provision of health services to women. We are in the 7th program in Turkey to decrease the mother deaths and to also eliminate all kinds of violence against girls and women. We conduct activities in cooperation with our stakeholders and partners. In this regard, We make sure that specialized groups have better access to the protection and health services. We cooperate with the NGOs, with universities, with public authorities, and also civil society partners. Distinguished participants, as you know, according to the data of World Health Organization, 15% of the world population is composed of individuals with disabilities. We have 8 billion population, and 1 billion of them are disabled. And considering the refugees in Turkey, more than 5 million individuals are are disabled, and 1/5 of the refugees are the people could be considered as the individuals with disabilities. They have some barriers with regards to access to the services, and because of the limited access to the physical opportunities, and because of the lack of infrastructure, they do not have access to many institutions. And also, considering the UNFPA's area of work, the disabled women and girls are exposed to sexually transmitted diseases and also violence against girls and women. And the risk of women experiencing violence is 10 times more compared to other women, and their access to the sexual and reproductive health is also very difficult. They are forced for abortion, female mutilation, and they are also exposed to many other health practices that they do not want. And also, PSS needs are very wide. They live with burnout and exhaustion, and also to be able to cope with the anxiety, they are in need of support. Today, also, we are in the week of the individuals with disabilities, so we are very happy to be with you on the occasion of the Photo Voice exhibition. We tried to convey to you their feelings through the photos. We are beyond 8 billion people in the world, and the world is full of opportunities for all. So we need equal opportunities for all. We need an inclusive world for all. Again, I would like to thank you, distinguished participants. I would like to also thank our beneficiaries who have taken those photos. And lastly, I would like to thank Mr. Fazıl for his great contribution. And I would like to also thank SGDD ASAM. And I would like to also thank DG ECHO for their great contribution and support. Thank you all. Thank you, Ms. Zeynep, for your opening remarks. As she mentioned during the speech, in everything that we do, in all the efforts of ours, we have an important organization supporting us. Actually, can I say that I represent both organizations as a former ECHO employee? Our fund provider Turkey office representative from DG ECHO. Mr. Velik, onto the stage, sir.
Thank you very much. Dear partners, dear ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to be here today for this very special exhibition. It is a selection of beautiful, thought-provoking artwork, and it prompts those visiting to think about a very important matter: disability inclusion. So as you know, many people, many refugees with disabilities face barriers that prevent them from living their life normally and to the fullest. Even under normal circumstances or situations, people living with disabilities face more difficulties in accessing services. Now, to this, you add the war, you add the displacement to that, and you can imagine how many obstacles refugees with disabilities have to overcome, as we saw in the videos as well that you showed previously. That's why the European Union is supporting humanitarian projects around the world that protects the rights of war-affected people with disabilities, including here in Turkey. So refugees with disabilities in Turkey are not alone in assessing their rights, available services and assistance. The United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, and the Association for Solidarity with Asylum Seekers and Migrants, ASAM, continue to contribute to this support. Their activities support refugees with disabilities, but also help their support persons understand their rights and obligations. Linking this vulnerable group with the available services and assistance in Turkey can have a great impact. I would like to thank our partner UNFPA, their implementing partner ASAM here. My appreciation goes also to the Turkish people and authorities who continue to host, support, and empower the biggest refugee population in the world. Obviously, last but not least, I would like to thank the artists of this inspiring exhibition for sharing their hard work, thoughts, and perspective. Through art, we can see a lot of things, and I'm very grateful for their work here. So thanks a lot to the artists. I'm sure that everyone visiting this exhibition will be inspired by their talent, passion, and determination to realize their rights. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Devrik. Merci beaucoup. Avrupa
So we're doing this with the help of ECHO, we said, and also we do have the umbrella organization, which is EU delegation to Turkey. So from the very first day, they've never hid their support from us. So delegation, deputy head of EU delegation, Eleftheria Pertinoudou. So we are asking her to the floor.
Günaydın, distinguished representatives of international organizations and ministries, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to be here today together with you, representing the EU delegation here in Turkey at this photo voice exhibition. It's a very timely exhibition because it comes just a day before the International Day of Disabled Persons to remind us of the potential of people with disabilities and of our responsibilities for disability-inclusive policies. Disability inclusion is at the very center of human rights and development. This year, the focus is on the role of innovation and transformative solutions for inclusive development, solutions that address the specific challenges and needs of people with disabilities. As we heard before, refugees with disabilities face additional challenges. They don't only have to face the barriers like not knowing the language or not knowing the services that they're entitled to and their rights, which all refugees face, but they also have to face these additional issues related to accessibility. And these make them more vulnerable. Supporting, therefore, refugees with disabilities is not only a responsibility, it is also a contribution to the efforts of all Turkish people who generously host the greatest number of refugees in the world. We heard a lot from previous speakers about the project, so I don't need to discuss the project again. But this project serves this twofold purpose. the responsibility, and the contribution. And it is one of 95 humanitarian projects funded by the European Union to assist these most vulnerable refugees based on their humanitarian needs, in close cooperation with the Turkish authorities. These are projects we have been financing since 2015. And allow me to say we will continue to support, and the European Union wants to be close to the refugees here in this country, together with the Turkish authorities, together with the Turkish people, and support the best way we can. So today's exhibition gives us an opportunity, a great opportunity, to see the world from the perspective of refugees with disabilities. These photos and recordings are their voices, their vision, their dreams, their hopes. And I'm truly convinced that improving services for refugees with disabilities is only possible when we all work together. And that includes also the refugees with disabilities. I mean, in general, I would say all people with disabilities, and here in this specific situation, the refugees with disabilities. We need to do it all together, but together with the people who are affected. And let me conclude by thanking all my colleagues from the EU Humanitarian Aid, the United Nations Population Fund, the Association for Solidarity with Asylum Seekers and Migrants, ASAM, one of our most solid implementing partners in this area, trusted partner, I was trying to find the right word, and the Turkish authorities, of course, and the Turkish people have supported these activities. And last, to thank especially the artists of this exhibition, people, refugees with disabilities, who proved that people with disabilities can contribute and do contribute to the community once they're given the possibility. And I hope that many people will have the opportunity to come and visit this exhibition. We should definitely encourage that, spread the word, invite our friends, colleagues, families to come and visit this exhibition so that these voices, your voices, are heard. Thank you very much. Teşekkürler.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you here. Çok teşekkür ediyoruz Elefter.
Thank you very much, Ms. Eleftheria. As she mentioned, everything starts with awareness. Everything starts with raising our voices, and everything starts with reaching more people. So for that reason, we are getting the support of the world of art. We do have goodwill ambassadors, and also we do have friends of UNFPA Türkiye. So they are very valuable celebrities or artists. And together with them to reach more people, they are adding voice to our voice and strength to our strength. One of them are one of our close friends, successful actor Aslı İnandık. So I don't know if we call her a supporter or a friend. She is a member of our family, and because of her program, she couldn't be here, but she didn't leave us alone. Thank you very much for coming, Aslı. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Zeynep, for these compliments. So today I can't be with you physically, but even this way, I'm very happy to be part of this meaningful event. Together with UNFPA, so with a slogan, motto of leave no one behind, equal conditions, rights, and opportunities for everyone, to ensure such a world in many different topics, to raise awareness, and also to mobilize people and to make people raise their voices, and also to trigger policy makers. We do a lot of things, and this is one of the most meaningful activities of us. Nobody opts for being a disabled person. As Hazal Kaya mentioned in her video, in seconds, in minutes, we can also become disabled. So we do not know this. But unfortunately, we are not moving with this awareness all the time, or consciousness all the time. But think about displaced millions of people. So what does it mean for them? So during the speeches, this was underlined. At the moment, in Turkey, there are 4 million refugees. So Turkey is hosting 4 million refugees. And in Turkey, at least 1 out of 5 refugees is disabled. And as you may guess, the disability situations for people who lost their homelands, families, homes, and these people needed to restart their lives with a search of security, and this makes them more vulnerable under these circumstances. And now, from their perspective, from the very themselves, and by using the creative power of art, we'll be hearing their voices, and this will be a very impressive experience, I think, and this will create an opportunity of awareness, I'm sure. So how can we raise awareness, or how can we create difference? So by being aware, we can create difference. So by fighting together. So for stigmatization, exclusion, for prejudices, for inequalities, by acting against all these together without waiting to be influenced by them directly, we can work together. So all over the world, more than 100 million are forcefully displaced because of wars, conflicts, humanitarian crises. Against all these, we need to be one, and we need to raise our voices together. So the ones left behind should be made visible. They need to reach information. They need to reach their rights and services. So being disabled cannot hinder anyone from their realizing their potential. We need to be sure of all these. And now we are 8 billion on this planet. And every individual composing this 8 billion, every group, especially women, girls, youth, elderly, LGBTI plus groups, refugees, migrants, the disabled, and of course the disabled refugees, especially the ones left behind, should be made visible. They need to reach, access more rights and services more equally, and under solidarity, with solidarity, we need to work together hand in hand. Just this way, health, education, employment, or life with dignity will not just be a privilege, but a right for everyone. So we can construct such a world together, which is equal for everyone. So when I look at the photos on this exhibition, so I understand that we need this world deeply, and it is also possible to form such a world. This is what I have seen. Hopefully we'll show this to more people, and you'll show this to more people. And I would like to extend my thanks to, first of all, the artists who made this exhibition possible with their talents. And also I would like to extend my thanks to UNFPA Türkiye, which I'm a friend of, and to their partners ASAM, and also to ECHO, DG ECHO. Thank you very much for your attention. Loves from my side. Thank you very much, Aslı, for this meaningful, sincere, frank speech, and for your sincere support. So it is very valuable for us. Thank you very much. So we have talked a lot. We have listened to the opening remarks. Aslı talked, and we have listened to our videos. But our reason of being here, so artists, with their efforts, with their hearts, with their willingness, with their sincerity, they photographed their story and they shared this with us. So the real heroes of our Photo Voice exhibition will have the floor. So we worked with a team of 10, and to represent them, I would like to invite Hanan to the podium to listen to this experience from the very first hand.
Bir el mikrofonu alabilir miyiz arkadaşlar? Çok teşekkürler. Hanan hoş geldin. Böyle benim
Hanan, welcome. Would you like to come closer to me? Thank you so much for being us today. What would you like to tell us? Today we are here together with your wonderful photos. We are launching the exhibition of your photos today. What would you say about the process? How did you feel? We have learned a lot from the process. We have taken photos together. It made us really happy. We learned a lot from Mr. Fazlı. They helped us out, and Miss Ayşe helped us out a lot. I would like to thank them. We are very grateful for everything. How has it been? What did you do? And how did you feel during the process? For 3 days in Çankaya, we took the training session at a hotel. Then we went out to take photographs. This is how we spent the days. What did you photograph? How did you feel? What do you think about the experience? I enjoyed it a lot. And I felt lots of things. And sometimes, when I was taking the photos, I felt really free and good. What message would you like to give us all? Because this is for the Day of the Individuals with Disabled. So what would you like to tell us all? Do not give up on your dreams. Do not give up on your aims and targets. We can always do it. We can always achieve it. We need to be brave all the time. Would you like to say something more? Because we have prepared really good notes for us. Would you like to tell us about them? Of course. Hello all. Welcome. My name is Hanan. Thank you so much for hosting us here. I would like to thank the government of Turkey for hosting us. I wish God would give you all the luck, prospect, and happiness. And hopefully, as the whole nation, we would be ever developing and improving. We would like to thank ASAM and UNFPA for their great support for us. We are forever grateful. Throughout the process, Miss Ayşe and our teacher, trainer Fazlı, and the whole team helped us. We would like to thank them. For 3 days, we participated in the photography training session, and to me it was very useful, very fruitful. And with my friends, we have learned about the photography techniques, methods. This training has changed many things in my life that I can say. It boosted my self-confidence and I feel braver. And as a person with special needs, I could define my targets, my aims. I'm spending lots of efforts in creating and in achieving those targets, but while doing so, I am also encountering many barriers. This is a project addressing the individuals with special needs, individuals with disabilities, and thanks to the project, we have learned that we can achieve something. So hopefully we will continue in line with our target, because such projects are making us happy and hopeful. By us, I mean individuals with disabilities and special needs. We recognize that we are also here, alive, living with you. We are not helpless. We exist and we are proud of ourselves. We can also achieve what seems to be impossible. Thank you all. We are thanking you for your words. Thank you. We are very happy that, as you say, we paved the way to some extent to happiness. She is from Iraq. I think her Turkish is excellent. First, she prepared her speech in Farsi, but then with the support of the interpreters, they translated her speech, and today she spoke in Turkish. So we would like to thank her, and also on her behalf, we would like to also thank all our artists, all our beneficiaries. Thank you so much for inviting us over to your lives. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to see your lives from your perspectives. I can hardly wait to bring you together with the photos, but before moving on to there, before seeing the exhibition all together, I would like to show you how we have reached at that point. How did we hang the photos on the wall? How did we have taken those photos? So we would like to also show you the video on the process, and we would like to see the photo shortly before the exhibition.
Yorulduk ama değdi diyebilir.
We are very tired, but it's worth it. Can we say that? Our trainer Fazlı, thank you so much. And I would like to also thank all the beneficiaries, all the artists. We have achieved a wonderful activity together. Now is the time for our exhibition. If you are ready, we are going to witness each one of their stories. We will see each one of them is special, meaningful, and impressive. For example, Abdurrahman is telling us his story through his teddy bear given to him by his father that he lost when he was 5. Amal is showing us her longing for sky through the reflection on the mirror of the dry leaves on the ground. Hanan explains how free she wants to be, like a dove disappearing into the sky among the trees. And there is even much more. Each one of them left deep marks on these squares and on our hearts. I'm sure that it will be a very unforgettable experience for you too. Before we conclude, I would like to also make a couple of notes. As I've mentioned during the introduction, under each photographs, there are explanations of the photographer in 4 different languages, also on Braille alphabet. The explanation is written. You can also get the support of those different tools, and you'll also see iPads in front of the falls. Headphones are with them available. While wearing the headphones, you can both read and also listen to the stories of those photographs from the artists. On this special day, on this meaningful event, thank you very much for being with us. A reminder, you can find the recording of this event on YouTube channel of UNFPA Türkiye in both languages, Turkish and English. If you are in Ankara, Our exhibition will be available until the 5th of November here in Cermodern. And if you are not residing in Ankara, you can also visit our UNFPA Türkiye website online exhibition. For a more accessible, for healthier, for safer, and for a more equal world, please let's continue working together. Thank you all. Before we start seeing the exhibition, we would have a minor ceremony to launch the exhibition. Symbolically, we would like to invite onto the stage our members of the protocol. Then we will cut the ribbon together, and then we will take a family photo with our big family, and then we will come together with the photos. Could you please come onto the stage for the ribbon cutting ceremony?
O zaman daha eşit bir dünya.
For a more equal world.
Please. Çok teşekkürler. Şimdi
Thank you all. Could you all please come over here so that we can take a family photo together?
gelin tabii ki. Fazlı hocam, ekiple birlikte lütfen buyurun.
Our trainer Fazlı with your team onto the stage, please.
Yapmayın. Başrol sizsiniz, buyurun. Birazcık daha böyle belki sıkışabiliriz kadraja sığabilmek adına. Biraz daha böyle gelebiliriz. Ne demek? Harika göründüğümüze eminim.
I'm sure we look wonderful. Are we ready?
Tamamız sanki. Çok çok teşekkür ederim.
Thank you all. Thank you everyone.